Welcome to Boomstick Gaming, this is Alex, and from the very first day I ever laid hands on Remnant from the Ashes, I wished it had a roguelike survival mode, since it already had the perfect foundation to do so. Well, I'm in luck, because the new expansion SWAMPS of Corsus adds in that exact thing I always wanted, making it the best way to now experience Remnant in my opinion, at least if you have $10 to spare. SWAMPS of Corsus hyper-condenses the entire Remnant RPG shooter experience down into one satisfying sitting, instead of the dozens of hours it would take to see the same variety of guns, abilities, and bosses while playing through the main campaign. Also in this DLC, there is some new base game content that was added to the Swamp region with some new quests, bosses, and gear, but for this, I want to focus on this new roguelike mode exclusively. The survival mode can be accessed during the main campaign and has a variety of different difficulties you can tackle either alone or with a few buddies. Once you're in there, you're presented with a random labyrinth full of enemies, followed by bosses on each floor, all with a ticking time mechanic similar to something like Risk of Rain, where the game gets harder and harder the longer you take. You start with a basic character that has pretty much nothing, and you must scavenge what you can or buy from a shop to try to improve your chances of making it as far as you possibly can. Nearly every element of progression from the base game is here, like gaining traits, additional levels, new weapons, abilities, armors, consumable items, and accessories, with the main difference being that they're all temporary for that run only, but they are doled out at a much more aggressive and satisfying pace. On my third survival attempt, I got an absolutely beefcake build going on that felt very empowering, which is a vital component to nail in a good roguelike, and I think I saw more of the game's content in that run alone than in my entire 2 playthroughs of the randomized campaign I did last year. At the very start of survival mode, and after every boss, you get a brief moment of rest to spend some of your currency at this little shopping area. You can buy from the randomized pool of gear, power up your health charges, take your chances with some random traits, or save up for some of the long-lasting potions that provide some pretty good buffs. Now, you might be wondering what your motivation is in this mode, outside of the simple fun of just trying to make it as far as you can, but you will be earning some special persistent gear for your main hero, as well as glowing fragments, which are used at the new vendor. Here you can spend those fragments to unlock some alternate armor skins for every armor set in the game. Overall, I was having a blast playing this, and I'm really eager to go play some now in co-op, pretty much like the minute after this video's done. Now that wraps up everything I wanted to show off for SWAMPS of Corsus, and make sure to let me know what you think of this new content. You think it looks like more of the same, or a cool new experience? Let's hash it out. If you happen to enjoy my style of gaming coverage, consider subscribing to Boomstick Gaming for more, ringing that little bell icon if you already are so you can be bothered more often about my uploads, and you can also find me over on Twitter at BoomstickAlex. Lastly, a big mention to these YouTube members and patrons at the highest tier who really help to keep this individually owned and operated channel going. As always, this has been Alex from Boomstick Gaming, and thanks for watching.